Welcome back to Virtual Summit 2020. I'm Scott Now, Head of Data Platform for InterSystems. And I'm here to talk a little bit today about Iris Data Platform and our vision for the data platform. And you might imagine from the title of my slide, I'm going to talk a lot about the resiliency by design that we've built into Iris Data Platform. Certainly this year with the global pandemic has been unique and unusual for all of us. It has shown what stresses to the system can really do to normal business operations and created a whole lot of change and uncertainty out there. The change and uncertainty that's driven by the pandemic is also driving an acceleration to digital transformation for businesses around the world as those businesses try to figure out better ways to cope with the change that they're experiencing and to manage their business and to manage and maintain their customer relationships. One thing that should be noticed, however, is that despite the fact that we're in the midst of this global pandemic, these kinds of stresses and disruptions actually happen somewhat regularly. Each one is a little bit different. It has different stresses, different volatility, different parameters. But on a regular basis, there are disruptive things happening in the marketplace that will change dramatically many businesses' practices and operations, whether it be global pandemic, whether it be a financial crisis or regulation that ensues after a financial crisis or anywhere in between. These disruptions happen regularly. So this gives us an opportunity now to reflect on the acceleration to digital transformation and the fact that disruption happens reasonably regularly inside the marketplace. It's really important that as we do these efforts for transformation, that we think about building resiliency into the new systems that we're delivering so we can create continuity and be better prepared for the next crisis that comes along. And certainly each crisis has a different flavor and different stresses, but if our systems are resilient, we can spend more time dealing with managing our business and less time thinking about what systems we need to build to get ahead of the curve. So resiliency, being important, has a couple of key characteristics. And for those of you who were with me last year at Global Summit, you'll learn that I've taken flying lessons and have been a pilot. And resiliency in flying is a really important thing, just like resiliency in operating a business. It has some key characteristics. Number one, it accommodates pivots and changes very, very quickly. Systems need to be agile. It can't be a 5-year plan, and it can't be 2 years or 6 months or even 90 days to make changes. Agility is really important because those pivots and disruptions that are thrown to us can happen very frequently. It encourages rapid self-service. In the end, if there's a particular system that's disrupted, but the business owners who are interacting with your customers have self-service tools that they can use to manage the business independently and make good decisions and treat customers well, then the system is much more resilient. And certainly your systems need to weather unplanned spikes, whether it be unplanned spikes in volatility, number of transactions, or even how the transactions are comprised and the data that's inside of those transactions. Being able to weather unplanned spikes and have the system remain operational is a key differentiator of a resilient system. So building resiliency into your business and leveraging this move to digital transformation, you might imagine, we think that technology and data are really key enablers of enabling resiliency and really building out sustainability for your business. Certainly choosing the right technology and enabling agility inside of the systems that you build is a key factor in being successful. Another key factor is streamlining and automating all of your business processes. Manual processes, spreadsheets and spread marks, and things that require people to walk around and do things manually are not scalable, and certainly in a disruptive period, they can be the weak link in your system. So make sure that you streamline and automate anything that's critical in terms of acquiring and delivering products or interacting with your customers. Plan for the unexpected. You know, for many years, and those of us who have been in IT, we've talked about planning for business continuity and disaster recovery. What happens if the data center loses power? Can our systems ride through? Planning for resiliency also means running those same kinds of scenarios for business continuity, but thinking about, instead of an outage of a data center or an outage of a cloud data center in today's world, Think about it in terms of a 10x spike in transaction volume. Or think of it in terms of different kinds of data being presented to your systems than they expected, and what happens, what's the behavior of the systems when those changes occur. And actually planning and executing those scenarios, just like the traditional business continuity scenarios, is a key thing to build in to your resilient systems and processes. Embedding artificial intelligence into the processes is also an important thing. Pushing decision-making out to the point of customer interaction certainly is always beneficial. And being able to embed artificial intelligence algorithms and predictive models out at the point of customer interaction is very valuable, because when disruption occurs, and it will occur, those models can pull that disruption in, understand those parameters, and make optimized decisions on their own as part of a streamlined and automated process. And so your business continuity is improved, and the resiliency of the system will show through. And then finally, when choosing technology and using your data to build resiliency into your business processes, make sure that you're choosing partners and not just vendors, because during times of disruption, having a trusted vendor, having a trusted partner that can support you, your technology, and your deployment is most critical. So it's really in this kind of mode that we think about having built Iris Data Platform, and the differentiation that's really built into the platform, whether it be high performance, machine learning enablement, eliminating application silos, being able to scale elastically, and also coming with award-winning support. This is really the centerpiece of, we think, the advantage to Iris Data Platform. Iris Data Platform is very differentiated. And it's differentiated because we have a combination of things that come together. We have the multi-model database, which means we can support any kinds of data. But more importantly, even think about it in these disruptive times. When the data and the data stream actually changes unexpectedly, Iris can acquire that data and processing can continue, providing automatic resiliency built in to your data platform. We provide extremely high performance by our scalable cache layer, which delivers in-memory performance at a very linear and predictable scalability factor. Combining that with multi-model really means that these systems can withstand lots of change, and they can withstand lots of change of requirements as you ride through the next disruptive phase in your business. And finally, we're unmatched in our interoperability, being able to pull different kinds of data together in a seamless and streamlined fashion. So really sitting in the center of all of the key capabilities that are required for agility and resiliency in your business. And that's how we built Iris Data Platform, and those are really the requirements that we measured ourselves against. And of course, this can be deployed on-prem, in the cloud, and anywhere in between with the same feature set without any application changes, and with the same predictable performance and support capabilities driven by InterSystems. I'm sure you expect me to be excited about the capabilities and the position of Iris Data Platform in the marketplace. But I'm actually even more excited because it's being validated by key partners like Epic, who announced last week the adoption of Iris Data Platform inside of their mission-critical applications that deliver healthcare information systems in North America and around the world. And think about the requirements of this kind of application. Always has to be up, has to be scalable, always has to be accurate. And the reinforcement of our key partner Epic is very rewarding. We've also been recognized by Gartner for a leadership position in the operational database market Magic Quadrant. Not only have they cited the vision and the capabilities of Iris Data Platform, but also our ability to execute and deliver when customers need it. And probably even more encouraging for all of us is the support that we've gotten and the positive feedback that we've gotten, driven by our customers in receiving the Gartner's Customer Choice Award for excellence in service. And so combining our leadership position from a technology, capability, and vision perspective, and being reinforced by the trust that we've earned from our customers and partners, I think really shows that Iris is positioned well in the marketplace. But we're certainly far from done, and the technology landscape is far from stopping in terms of change. So there's also a lot of other stuff going on that's driving how we invest in Iris for the future. And a couple of key market drivers out there. One is that there's a convergence in the database market. Customers and applications no longer are willing to have separate databases for transactions and separate databases for analytics, but really want to have a single data platform where they can execute all of those kinds of workloads at the same time. We're seeing more organizations embrace and deliver and deploy artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms in the market. And we're also seeing a rapid move to the cloud. Scalability, which was once defined by just the ability to have lots and lots of data and high performance, is also being driven by pushing out self-service, right? And self-service, as I mentioned before, is one of the key areas that you can use to leverage and build resiliency into your business processes. So it's in this context that we look at Iris Data Platform today, and how should we be investing to deliver on value in a sustainable way for all of our customers and partners in the future. And we actually try to distill it down into these 5 key categories that we think are going to be increasingly important and deliver value for our partners and customers around the world. Advanced analytics and AI. This is certainly representative of the convergence of the marketplace between operational databases as well as analytic databases, with the incorporation of newer technologies like artificial intelligence. Speed, scale, and security, the ability to keep up with the rapid demands and the volatility of data and data volumes out there and do that seamlessly. Making sure cloud experiences are seamless, and that you've got the same application portability regardless of cloud technology and cloud deployment. Ultimately, that creates a better total cost of ownership and a better experience. IoT obviously is a big thing with all of the connected devices, whether it be in healthcare with connected medical devices or even business-to-consumer businesses with connected mobile devices and 5G. Interoperability and data exchange, really, really important and critical area of investment for us. And then finally, something that is part of the tradition of InterSystems, making sure that we have absolutely the best and most seamless experience for our developers, because they count on our data platform to make their applications work. And so ensuring that that experience is complete is really important and an area of big investment for us. So in advanced analytics and artificial intelligence, we actually have 2 really big announcements that we're making as part of Summit this year. First, the general availability of integrated machine learning. Something that we talked about last year at Summit has now been realized as working product and something that can be integrated into your applications. And there's a real advantage to this, right? Because in the traditional working model, right, folks who have data scientists, they take a bunch of data extracts from the operational database and move it over somewhere into a tool set, build a bunch of fancy algorithms, create some predictive models, and then have some findings about relationships, and then have to deliver that model back to the data. And the time between moving data around is time lost in interacting with customers. Integrated ML means you can take the model that's been developed by the data scientist, run it directly against and in line with the data in the database. This is unprecedented in the marketplace, and it creates a really nice way to interact with your customer with relevant messages in real time at any scale. So there's a huge advantage for integrating artificial intelligence with operational data in line and making those decisions at the right time. We're also introducing Iris Adaptive Analytics. As part of the resiliency, I talked about self-service being important. Being able to enable folks who are running the business, folks who are interacting with customers in real time to understand what's happening between different parts of the business and make decisions that are optimized for the customer experience as well as for your business. With the launch of Iris Adaptive Analytics, we're now creating a capability that's cloud or on-premises for self-service, online analytical processing. And this integrates very seamlessly with any desktop tool that your business users may be using, whether it be Excel and pivot tables, whether it be Tableau, or anywhere in between. So now, access from the transactional data that's happening in real time out to folks who are running your business is completely seamless, self-service, enables exploration, and is all done under the auspices of extremely high performance based on the scalability and speed that's built into the Iris Data Platform. Speed, scale, and security is something that we continually focus on. Data volumes are increasing dramatically, and everywhere there are more connected devices and more interactions, more social networks, more things to analyze, and making sure that your data platform can keep up with this and help you keep up with it in a great total cost of ownership and automatically and out of the box is part of the focus for our Speed and Scale initiative. What you can see here is the last 4 annual releases and response time for a customer benchmark that we think is very representative of how folks really use the data platform. And you can see lower is better, and basically over the last 4 years we've delivered about a 60% improvement in speed or response time or overall throughput of the system. This is out of the box without any application changes, and it's just a net benefit of the investment that we're making in new algorithms inside of the data platform, whether it be enhanced data storage modes or parallelizations in the SQL engine and anywhere in between, and it's all automatically available out of the box. The move to cloud is accelerating, and we want to make sure that we make this absolutely the best experience that we can for our customers and application partners. So in addition to being available in all of the major public clouds, with the same set of bits, with the same feature functionality, and the same capabilities, this means we deliver true application portability regardless of the cloud you've chosen to deploy on. Whether it be public cloud, whether it be private managed cloud, or whether it be on-prem, it's the same behavior, it's the same performance, it's the same feature functionality out of the box. We're also making it easier to operate with enhancements to our DevOps capabilities and our positioning in each of the marketplace services for easy deployment, easy elasticity, and easy use of the system. And at Summit this year, we announced our first ever software as a service launch, which is the Iris Fire Accelerator service, which enables application developers and our customers and partners to actually publish and subscribe standard Fire messages and leverage the power of the Iris database behind the scenes for ultimate performance, security, supportability, and scalability. Interoperability in IoT is a key area of investment, and as part of the Summit, we're actually launching 2 new capabilities. First is an enhancement and extension to InterSystems API Manager, which now includes not only a better user experience and a better setup for developers in the portal, but also support for native Kafka streams. We've also created a native adapter inside of Iris for OPC UA, which again is an enabler for integrating with Kafka streams and creates much easier interoperability at high performance, high predictability, and with the same support model that the rest of Iris provides. And last but not least, in the developer experience, in addition to what we have been doing for the past couple of years in supporting pretty much any language that an application developer wants to use, they can interact with Iris using their native language, something they're comfortable with, something that is optimized for the application that they're delivering, whether it be Java, Python, SQL, or any combination of those things. But we're also launching a new integrated developer environment with VS Code. We're really excited about this because VS Code is certainly preeminent in the marketplace as an IDE, which means there are a lot of developers who are used to it. It's the way they're used to interacting and building applications, so that's good. It's open and extensible, which means we can leverage new innovation from the community that's driving capabilities inside of VS Code. And we can also add in extensible and specific libraries that relate to Iris Data Platform and the unique capabilities that Iris delivers. And that means we can expose these capabilities now to a wider audience, and folks can get applications written, understood, deployed, and debugged, and be comfortable because it's a tool set that they've used for other application development. So, in conclusion, at the center of Iris Data Platform is resiliency by design. We can take any kind of data, we can take changes to data streams, and the system will still run. We can deliver high performance by leveraging our enterprise cache protocol. We have interoperability that's unmatched in the marketplace. What this means is a resilient system, a single system where you can have your operational applications and your analytical applications coexist together from the same copy of data and ultimately deliver agility and resiliency to your business. We're far from done. We're going to continue to invest in these 5 key categories, as we see the marketplace accelerate in requirements, and we want to make sure that we're staying ahead of the key requirements of our customers, partners, and prospects. Thanks very much.